Well, good morning. Happy Reformation Day. You know, the all social media is having a challenge that all Christians all across their social media platforms to share their testimony on how God saved them through the wretchedness of their own sin. You know, when I think about the verse, when I think about the song Amazing Grace, I think about, oh my goodness, what God did in my life and how I once was lost, but now I'm found, how I once was blind, but now I see. I was a 16-year-old girl standing on a bridge ready to say, I can't do this anymore and to take my life. Looking down into the water, thinking nobody's going to care, nobody's going to look for me. And a police officer came by and grabbed me, threw me in the back of his police car and took me to a psychiatric center for children. They did some blood work, did a physical and things like that. And the next day, the doctor called me into the office and said, hey, did you know that you were pregnant? And I had no idea. I asked him if I can go into my room to be able to process what was happening. I was raised with with a little girl that every week the neighborhood church bus would come around the neighborhood and pick up the misfits. So I know who Jesus was, but I didn't have a personal relationship with him because I didn't know that I could, because I thought you had to be somebody important in the church in order to have a relationship with Jesus. But that day, on December 28th, 1986, I surrendered my life to Christ. And I said, if there truly is a God, save me and save my baby, and I will worship you and honor you all the days of my life. I wish I could tell you that life was perfect. I wish I could tell you that life was full of rainbows and unicorns and just stars and beautiful flowers, but it wasn't. It was a journey. It has been a journey throughout my life. I have known Jesus for 38 years, and in those 38 years, I have been a victim of domestic violence. I have been burned. I have been outcast. I have children that, that have not have a relationship with me, but I have stood upon the solid rock of Jesus Christ, that he came into my life. And if I trust in him with all of my heart and lean not into my own understanding, but in all my ways acknowledge him, he does direct my path. And he tells me to seek after him first. It doesn't mean that life is perfect. It doesn't mean that life is going to work out exactly the way that I have. But I know that I know that I know that I have accepted him and that I have poured my life into his, because he has peeled me like an onion and he has set me free from the bondages of my sin. Today is your day of salvation. It's believing on the Lord Jesus Christ and thou shalt be saved. Let that be today.